We're challenging ourselves to be better every day.
When it comes to helping recruits get ready for the challenges of being a firefighter, this nationally recognized program is about as real as it gets. We'll take you inside the Seattle Fire Department's new recruit school.
Music can be more than just the classical instruments.
Breaking the rules on making music. See what these young composers come up with and what they use to make their next masterpieces.
Ready to come in?
And putting on the Seattle Festival of Trees is no easy task. Sometimes the tiniest details make all the difference. These stories and more next on CityStream. Hello and welcome to CityStream. I'm Nicole Sanchez. We're bringing you the show from the Fairmont Olympic Hotel and the Seattle Festival of Trees. This year is the 48th Seattle Festival of Trees. It started in 1978 with volunteers decorating trees in their garages. About 10 years later, the festival moved into the Fairmont Olympic Hotel. Every year, it has grown larger and more spectacular. The fun includes a teddy bear suite, a giant room filled with bears for visitors young and young at heart. All of this goes to raise money for Seattle Children's Hospital's uncompensated care program and their autism center. We'll share more about the hardworking volunteers who make this event possible and the families whose lives are changed by this program a little later in the show. The trees are stunning. The decorating team does an amazing job. You might not even notice these are artificial trees. And of course, that's on purpose for safety. So when the time comes to handle these real emergencies, Seattle residents can take comfort knowing their firefighters are ready for anything, thanks to their intensive training program. Producers Ian DeVere and Pete Kassem recently got the chance to see their nationally recognized program up close. Welcome to Recruit School.
We believe that citizens of Seattle deserve a high-quality firefighter to show up at the doorstep in the time of need.
We're challenging ourselves to be better every day.
The career of the fire service is one of the hardest jobs that I know. We're expected to work hard, get the job done, and the amount of stress that we're exposed to, it can be high. So it's even going to be harder out in the real world. So that's why we put a big emphasis on their level of attention and their level of ability and their proficiency in their skills. And the first 4 weeks of recruit training is just basic skills.
Very physical. Day one, the model is kind of crawl, walk, run.
Get them introduced to the skills and to the equipment. And then now we've progressed into combining all those things together. This training is very hard.
We got it done.
Good. These weeks of recruit training are very physically demanding. In fact, it's been nicknamed the grind.
Yeah, it's a fitting name for it.
Recruits are constantly doing evolutions, training, resetting, and doing them again so they can gain proficiency in their skills. With all these drills, they start from the very beginning to the very end. So that means you can see that the recruit firefighters getting out of the rig, simulating like they just pulled up to the structure fire, and they're deploying the hose, making entry.
It's a big hose, it's a lot of water, and it's super heavy.
Making sure that they get the hose to the proper location and then work that fire with their nozzle streams.
Putting everything together, it's the most complex drills that we're being tested on. It's all gas, no brakes.
We're practicing our VES, which stands for Event Enter Search drills. And the recruit firefighters are allowed in the building, going up, searching that room, isolating that room, and then exiting, and then finding a simulated dummy or a victim and bringing them down. We have recruit firefighters laddering to the roof line, which is establishing slip protection using a roofer, and then proceeding to practice their cut sequence. A vertical vent, pitch roof.
It's a pretty long drill, it's about 12 minutes. The most fun for me, because I used to work with a chainsaw on wildland fire, and we were getting to cut a roof open.
And that's all happening all at once. So now they're getting a little taste of having to work around all these obstacles with other units performing their operations. We are constantly correcting their mistakes, giving them instructional ways to improve.
You don't leave her here, you gotta leave her like this.
Good. All right, go. When they receive that feedback that they didn't do everything correctly, it wasn't perfect.
I would say you have to have a growth mindset. Just take it for what it is and do better.
And make the necessary adjustments for the next go around. We are at North Bend, Washington, at the Washington State Fire Training Academy. Our level of expectations has increased here. Today is way more intense than the training facility down in Seattle, Washington. We have 3 floors and we're burning simultaneously on each floor. They have smoke, they have heat. Even though this is a controlled environment, we control the burns. We time it just perfectly. We have safety lines, safety chief, everything. We still treat it as an immediate danger to life and health.
Safety is the #1 priority in every drill that we do and everything that we do, because if we get hurt, we can't do our job.
We're doing multi-company operations today. They're constantly being evaluated. All the while, you have to be focused on doing your job. If someone doesn't do their job correctly, there's a trickle-down effect, and it might affect your operations, and you have to be able to, in a split second, to adjust to that, because we want to make sure that they can operate safely on their own, and whether they're able to keep themselves safe and their partner safe. The reality is not everybody's going to be successful.
You have to be a specific type of person to want to do this work and to be able to do this work. But if you want it bad enough, you can do it.
Car fires is something that we expect that they will encounter at some point, early point of their career.
Car fires were new to me. We're jumping off the rig, like ready to go. We're already masked up. It's a very realistic scenario, and there's fire right there.
This is the closest they've ever been to flames. And we also have simulated dummies in there. We have to do a physical grab. So they actually have to get up underneath it, lift it up, out through the obstacle of the car.
The urgency is there, obviously, and that kind of drives it home that, you are pulling somebody out of that car.
That's part of their Firefighter 1 certification through the state. They have to demonstrate the proper use of the extinguisher and a different type of classes of fire. Currently, we're on week 13 of the training program, what we call recruit house fires. The recruits have 2.5 more weeks left in the training division. We try to give them the foundational blocks so that when they exit recruit training and go out to the companies, they can actually start building their career and their experience.
They prepare you for the worst case scenario, that you know how to deal with it. It's just second nature.
And if they happen to make it out of this training program, they're going to be able to start working right beside some of the leading people in the nation.
I feel so lucky to be able to do this job and work with some of the most incredible people. It's the best job in the world. It's like winning the lottery is an understatement.
The application window for new hires just closed, but not to worry. Seattle Fire has switched to an annual recruitment, so your next opportunity to apply opens in the fall of 2026. For more information about a career with the department, visit seattle.gov/fire. Up next, 'tis the season for music, but these young composers are challenging our notions of what music should sound like. We'll explain when we come back.
We are the everyday storytellers of this great city. We are Seattle Channel, a gateway to everything Seattle. The intersection between government, culture, news, and the ever-unfolding story of the city we call home. So follow your curiosity and come explore Seattle with us. Seattle Channel.
Welcome back to CityStream from the Seattle Festival of Trees here at the Fairmont Olympic Hotel. We are now in the Teddy Bear Suite where they have more than 75 bears that will get you in a festive spirit. And you know, music plays a big part of getting in the mood for the holiday season. But there's one group of aspiring musicians who are redefining musical composition and even what counts as a musical instrument. Producer Brian Callanan takes us to the Young Composers Workshop.
Music can be more than just the classical instruments. And if you incorporate these other sounds, it can make something new entirely.
If you think you know what symphonic music is all about, it's time to change your tune.
Welcome, everyone.
Welcome to the Seattle Symphony's Merriman Ross Family Young Composers Workshop. The free 5-month course provides 10 local teens a chance to fuse together live instruments played by Seattle Symphony members with what are called electroacoustic sounds, like this crinkling paper. That's from a piece by 16-year-old Avery Punn called Paper Petals, which calls to mind creating paper flowers and writing with her friends.
Like my friends and I, we used to write a lot. That's actually how we met, is through writing this story together where we all would write a character for different chapters.
Well, I'm very excited to hear Paper Petals by Avery Punn.
Avery's also writing a new chapter in her own musical education, with an incredible opportunity to have her work, after months of practice sessions, played by some of the best musicians on earth in a world premiere concert at Benaroya Hall.
I feel like I've learned that music is a lot more than what I initially thought it was, and that there's a lot of different types of music that I haven't explored yet and that I can still get into.
That sentiment is music to the ears of workshop director Marcin Pączkowski.
So we'll look at the score.
His job? Helping these young composers with varying levels of experience in classical music or composing on a computer to literally play off one another.
I would say this is both the fun part and the challenge. Getting everyone ready with the scales, filling in the gaps as we go, which is different for every student.
For Pączkowski, the workshop is tearing down some misconceptions between students and professionals about what it means to be a musician.
We are just peers. There might be a little bit of a difference of experience, but we are just talking music with each other. It just kind of gets rid of all the boundaries.
And there are no boundaries when it comes to where students of the Young Composer Workshop can end up, from playing here at Benaroya Hall to finding an audience worldwide.
Seattle Symphony bass player Will Langley-Miletich is a former Young Composer student. And the Symphony has performed music by workshop alum August Beck multiple times at major shows.
So it's very cool to see how the students carry on in their musical lives and also come back and stay connected.
Community Engagement Programs Manager Allison Damon says, with the diverse pool of students attending the workshop over the past 3+ decades, the Symphony is able to connect with new audiences year after year.
The more different kinds of voices that we feature on our stage, the more people could potentially feel impacted by the works that are performed. We need a little bit more of that in the work that we do here.
Principal cellist Efe Balta Jagil agrees that the tradition of symphonic music and the kind of people listening to it are changing.
Well, I think we are on 21st century, so what is traditional at this point? So good luck finding that.
And as symphonies in Seattle and worldwide face the challenge of finding new listeners, Balta Jagil sees the workshop as part of the continuing effort to help classical music adapt to a digital age.
I think it's important to keep your view open and wide, to try to accept the changes that might be necessary and be flexible. I think for any artist that is a good quality to have.
Student Aiden Ramirez threw plenty of changes at the Seattle Symphony's musicians. So he set his pet chihuahua and parakeet loose in his composition, Leo and Popcorn.
So the piece is supposed to be about my interpretation about them being home alone.
For a young man who's never composed using electroacoustic sounds before, this experience has rewritten his approach to music altogether.
It helped me definitely get out of my shell more and just experiment with music that I just didn't really know I liked.
It turns out audiences are liking it too. And no matter what's ahead for these composers, this workshop has struck a chord that's sure to resonate for years to come.
It's a whole new experience that I just didn't really know existed.
Students under 18 who are interested in the program need to apply for the next workshop before December 1st. To learn more, go to seattlesymphony.org and click on the Education and Community tab. We'll be right back. No, it's not a bunch of tiny elves who make these fabulous trees. Up next, we'll introduce you to the volunteers who make this magic happen. Welcome back to CityStream from the Seattle Festival of Trees. These trees are so much more than pretty decorations and twinkling lights. Over the last 40+ years, the members of the Festival of Trees Guild have raised more than $11 million for Seattle Children's Hospital. In 2024 alone, they raised more than $885,000. Last year, I had the honor of visiting both the volunteers who dream up these fabulous trees, as well as the families who are forever grateful.
What are you doing? Just checking out your teeth, huh?
Trying to take it out.
9-year-old Haley Maku can't wait to lose another tooth.
That looks like it's sewed. Definitely. I like this chair.
Just like so many other 9-year-olds, Haley is full of joy. But Haley's journey has not been like other kids. At 3 years old, she often complained of leg and neck pain. One day, things got so bad she couldn't walk or move.
We were in the hospital for about a week, and they were doing just like every test under the sun to try to figure out what was going on with her body.
Within days, doctors determined Haley had a rare genetic condition with no cure.
The disease is called Morquio A, and basically her body doesn't make the enzyme that we all have.
That
helps to
Morphoscopic saccharidosis.
Mucopolysaccharidosis.
Mucopolysaccharidosis, sorry, but
yes. So her body doesn't make the enzyme that everybody else has, breaks down cellular waste and gets it out of our body. So it accumulates in her bones and her organs and her soft tissue.
Haley needs weekly life-saving treatments for the rest of her life, each one costing nearly $30,000. When Haley's dad brought her to the ER, he had just lost his job. The family is grateful for Seattle Children's Hospital's Uncompensated Care Fund.
You see all the tests that are being ordered and you just think in your head like, God, how much is this gonna cost? And it's terrifying to have to think about that stuff when your child is sick in the hospital. And so there is just no way that we would have survived without uncompensated care.
Ready to come in?
The work that happens inside this unassuming warehouse is part of an annual fundraiser that helps patients like Haley.
I love Christmas.
The volunteers here with the Seattle Festival of Trees Guild spend countless hours designing Christmas trees to raise money for the hospital's Uncompensated Care Fund and Seattle Children's Autism Center. It's work they believe in.
Well, the reason I do this is because having been a student nurse at Seattle Children's Hospital, It was incredible to see the quality of care and caring.
Dottie Greenwood has been volunteering with the festival for more than 40 years.
It's an addiction. And I have to confess it is. So I have several at home, and I love doing them. And my car is so full of glitter that you can't get rid of it. It won't come out.
She says the team works year-round on the trees, which individuals and businesses can purchase for a minimum donation of $4,200.
This is just really gratifying for me. I love it.
Thank you. And Story Payments to Seattle Children's.
Guild members pour their hearts into this work, and it all comes to life each year at the Fairmont Olympic Hotel from late November to early December. The fundraiser also includes a gala event with a live and silent auction.
It's so heartwarming to be at the gala and read the signs on the trees that tell you their story and how they benefited from the funds that we are working all year to raise.
Seeing the people at the event and listening, you're just kind of listening to the conversations as you're going around, and they're there for a good reason. And that's the big thing, is the children's part of it.
Each tree is dedicated to a children's hospital patient. Haley is being honored this year, and so is a 5-year-old twin boy named Tucker.
Within a few hours of Tucker being born, it was apparent there were other issues.
Amy McCarthy's son, Tucker, was born with a heart defect and other serious health issues. He spent most of his first year at Children's.
We learned that he had what's called esophageal atresia, along with a tracheal esophageal fistula, EATEF, and some other things. He has thumb dysplasia. He has some differences in his vertebrae. And so it's all part of an association they call VACTERL, that related to the heart defect. So a series of birth defects. So a bit of a surprise.
Tucker has had 5 major surgeries. He still faces some significant health challenges, but his family credits Children's for saving his life and helping them all get through such a difficult process.
They take care of the parents too. You know, they're there for the kids, but they really helped us through that whole experience.
Both families say having their children featured at the Seattle Festival of Trees brings them a lot of joy. They're thrilled to be part of such an important event that is helping to save even more precious lives.
We've never been to the Festival of Trees, always heard about it, and oh gosh, and looking forward to it.
It's been an honor to know that people care enough about her story, that people care enough about other kids with medical complexities to want to give and to want to help these families be able to take care of their kids the best they can.
What grade would you get Seattle Children's?
Yeah, I would give it like A+++++, infinity, ++, smiley face, triple smiley face.
Seattle Channel, 2025 Northwest Regional Emmy recipient for overall excellence.
The world's largest Santa was actually originally created in Seattle in 1968 to stand outside the Westlake Mall. It was kind of a mall promotion for the holidays, so the Merchant Association actually contracted with a gentleman by the name of Wes Stanley, who ran Stanley Plastics in Enumclaw. Before he did Santa, he did a number of dinosaurs and things like that. It was a massive scale compared to anything that he had ever done before. And he actually had to build a 5-story tall shed outside of his workshop to be able to put this Santa statue together. He is actually a fiberglass statue. He's got a steel framework inside, and then there's a wire mesh that goes around the steel framework, and then fiberglass is sprayed on outside of that. I know that he spoke through a loudspeaker, but I don't know if he ever waved an arm or smoked a pipe. I would love to hear from somebody who actually saw him standing outside of Westlake Mall to know whether he really did that or not. Because he was a holiday-only promotion outside of Westlake Mall, it became too much to do, so he actually stayed in storage. He was bought by the Anchorage Chamber of Commerce, where he stood outside the Federal Building for a few years. And then, again, it became too much of a challenge, so we bought him here at Santa Claus House in 1978. The giant Santa really is the best billboard that anybody could ever have. We probably have well over $100,000 into this statue to keep him standing even 55 years later. When you have a landmark of that magnitude, they really take on a life of their own, and you hear all these urban legends about the world's largest Santa. The funniest one that I've heard repeatedly is that his belly is actually a Volkswagen Beetle. There is not a Volkswagen Beetle inside the world's largest Santa. There are a couple of other places in the world that actually will do giant lighted Santas, well, but my understanding is that they're temporary. Our Santa is the only year-round Santa on a scale of that magnitude. So really, our giant Santa is the last one standing.
Well, that wraps up this edition of CityStream from the Seattle Festival of Trees. If you'd like to learn more about all of the trees, the bears, or even the gala, go to seattlefestivaloftrees.com. I'm Nicole Sanchez. Thanks for watching. Happy holidays.